Hi, good morning, good afternoon, and also good evening, guys, depending on whichever time of the day that y'all are going to come across this video. I'd like to welcome you onto my channel, man. I hope that everyone is good. Yeah, man. Nina kanti nenzani? Hey, let's check out these okay, we'll start with one clip. Okay, we're going to play two clips that I got from another TikToker. Yeah, check out these videos and then we'll talk.
So Grace Mondlana has been trending since yesterday because she shared with us that her ex-boyfriend of 5 years, they dated for 5 years, has passed away in a car accident. Yes, she's been in a relationship for the past 5 years, but they kept it private. So they broke up in the beginning of this year and they both ended up in relationships, right? So Grace was 18 when they met and he was 24. And when he passed away, he was 29 and the current girlfriend, Yake, is 20 years old. This was last year, I'm assuming. Now, I do not want to speak ill of the dead, but, read my mind. But anyway, the reason why she's been trending is that she called him, the love of her life and said that, revealed how distraught she was when she heard the news and also revealed the fact that she did help out with the funeral expenses. Now, a lot of people were judging her, basically saying, Bana, how can you do all of that when, this is an ex and you are in a relationship with someone else and they were also in a relationship with someone else? And I was like, first of all, these people have been together for half a decade. Now, the new relationships are cute, but they are not even 6 months old. And I don't think anyone that has not been in a long-term relationship will understand how that feels. So I don't think they should be engaging on this topic at all. Because if your relationships end as soon as the honeymoon stage ends, then what are we even talking about? Again, when you spend more than 5 years with someone, they become more than just, an ex, right? So no, I don't think that she was doing too much when it comes to the grieving, right? Apparently, boyfriend, Grace has been very supportive as well. Some people were saying, if the relationship was private, then why is the grief public? And I was like, first of all, you cannot police how people deal and navigate, grief, essentially. So there's nothing weird about her sharing this with us. I don't find anything weird about that. Now, this is where Grace loses me. Because apparently, or I'm gonna say allegedly, she has this guy's phone, right? And is allegedly running his social media accounts, including LinkedIn, where ibio zakhe lo mfana on all accounts have his date of birth as well as the date of death. Why? I don't get that if it's true. Because I do kind of believe the family would allow her to, run his social media accounts because she is, she does have a way around social media, essentially. And with her, helping out financially, I do not really see anything weird about that because this guy passed away in a car accident. We don't know if he or his family planned for such an event. And if Grace, can help out financially, then why not? This guy's 20-year-old girlfriend went live on TikTok to basically vent about how she's been navigating through this whole thing. Do you understand what I mean? She says that she did not attend, the funeral because according to her culture, she's not allowed to do that. So it's not Grace that said, Vanna, do not come. It's her culture, right? The one thing that she did allege is that Grace has been, harassing her and sending her OV1s and saying that this man has been cheating on you and that sweater that you're wearing, I bought it and I want it back. Now, in doing impahla would not surprise me because, Grace did obviously share that, the guy being impahla zakhe before, before, they both made it. So if that is true, why are we allegedly bullying a 20-year-old? That is Mondlana 2005, to put it into context. So this footage of Gracie and others show that she was very involved, Again, I don't see anything wrong with that. I would be judging, in fact, the family if they actually allowed Mondlana 20 to be walking up and down a mini funeral just because, they dated Mondlana Wapaya for, less than 6 months. Now, it is worth noting that this is not the first time that Grace has been facing the mean girl allegations. Now, Ulwerato Nxumalo called her one, and I personally do not follow, her journey enough to make that conclusion. But, every time that I see or hear things about her, I think she's a very fascinating person. And my thing with this whole thing, like, if you are, as an ex-girlfriend, going to take over in terms of planning my boyfriend's funeral, then the least you can do is to try and get me involved or reach out to me. So just to make me comfortable. Do you understand what I mean? Now, there is a voice note that she allegedly sent to Ulitabo that I'm going to play for you. Now, I am personally not sure how I feel about the things that are being discussed on this voice note, but yeah.
Litabo, I'm assuming that you're okay. I just hope, in your heart, I'm not in the bad books because of everything that has transpired this week. I just want us to just always be reminded of him when we think of each other. And although I did tell you that he didn't do right by me most of the time of the duration of us being together, and had I not been a part of the funeral, there wouldn't be a funeral at all. And that's not things I tell to people to say, I pay for everything, I did this, that. That's not, because that's going to bring shame to the family. However, I just want to tell you that my intention of everything was not malicious, rather to just look and move on with my life, with what I said and posted, okay? I hope if I did hurt your feelings a bit, that you do forgive me, okay? Love y'all.
Yeah, what do you guys think? Because I actually do not have a comment on that. Like, I really do not have a comment on that because I really don't. But yeah, let me know in the comment section what you guys thought.
First things first, shout out to the TikToker. He goes by the name of Ubuhle. Do make sure that you check him out on TikTok. And yeah, when Nenzan, what Grace? Kanina Nenzan lab. Nenzani. First things first, forbid. I think I do not believe this thing Eguti. The relationship was kept a secret. I do not believe that it was kept a secret. I believe Uguti, she said that so that it could be easier for her to make this. Everything is alleged kule video. Angimthembi. Futhi nje weird lo sis. I believe ukuthi the relationship was not kept a secret. She only said that so that it can create a platform for her, or to make it easier for her to lie and say that they dated 5 years. Because if she just came out and said they dated 5 years, people are going to be like, where and when, kanjani? Because let's say as land up. But now, nalogunye 5 years, umuntu keep a secret. Ay kahle nini bozo zibini thunzi. Kada nisibona bozo zibini. I do not believe that story, man. I believe ukuthi laba ungathola ukuthi bajolile for 2 seconds, and the fact that she also allegedly said that apparently it is said ukuthi she also said ukuthi the guy used to wear his clothes and stuff, his sneakers or whatever, should apparently not say the guy was not financially okay. I do kind of feel like with the way that this girl is moving now, or is allegedly moving now, it could be that she saw ukuthi yena ebe big and better or ebe ngcono kuno guy, and wagcine eseshaya umthetho and all of that, and then uguy wabona ukuthi le ayilingani nami, ayashisa amateki, and this is not my type. Waphuma mayiphuma uphuma yothola umuntu azokwazi ukuthi amhloniphe, because sometimes there are girls who are like that, and also uthi ugele besamthanda, and then akayibonanga enye into wrong with the way he was even treating the guy. This is alleged, This is alleged. Umfana vela umshiya wavela ayitholela umuntu ograndi azokhona ukuthi ayijolele naye ozomhlonipha and then baqhubeka bayijolele. Lo wasaka enjani in pain in tears. That's why allegedly kuthiwe bebusy elokhu eharasa ingane. Grace nenzani kanti manje? Kanti nenzani? I do not believe that mina. Kube bejola 100 years. Tuthi laba bajole for 2 days. Lo wasathi ibiki private. Amanga ke cha mangikholwa ke angikholwa the fact ukuthi uzokwazi nokuthi athole access phone ugirl is giving ama psycho vibes. Ungena kuma social media abhale asho zonke lezi zinto social media yamfana that is so psycho logistic. Yo is psychologist psychologist, that's what I mean. Yo le ntombazane is too much. Yo is too much. Mina bafethu ngifuna uniqambela manga. Angifuni ukuniqambela manga, mina ngazi ukuthi nina nijola kanjani. I do not know how do you date. Umuntu masuhlukane naye uhlukane naye. Umuntu mayedampile you have to live with the wounds uqhubeke ngempilo yakho. Stop looking back. That's why umfazi kabani lo siphephelini washintsha waba a pile of salt. Because amabhicha wakhona ukuqhubeka ngempilo, they are always holding on to shit. Yile nenzayo buka lihlaza nini. And yes, abekho wrong bakuzothiwa how when suphathelana abafana. Unless if umndeni wakhe is dependent on her. Angeke bekwazi usho njalo because uzoba cut off. Bese bastarve. Nina what why? Umuntu noma ngathi ukuhethile wakugila because she did mention that, if I'm not mistaken, at the end of this video, that clip that you just saw, ukuthi the boy did not do right by him. Yo. Lo bamshile. Shomfana. Umfana bamshiya qhubeka ngempilo. And makuthiwa ngale boyfriend le ekhuluya ngayo, there's this other clip ngizokhuluma ngale clip. Le boyfriend, ibi boyfriend ezosupport umphetho so. Iyiphi boyfriend ezosupporta umuntu wayo ukuthi ahambe ungcwabana neex ashiye ibitch ayikho nje into enjalo. Ayikho bafethu noma ngathiwa you right yazi. Yo mina ngisupport ke kuyo yonke into like ayikho nje into enjalo ke. Ekhona abanye khona abafethu sifuqa mama lawo ke bawashayela isicathulo ayatshelwa ukuthi kwenziwe ini kanjani nini, but ziyakhala ke lapha shame nabo yabazo abafethu because angazi bakusokwenza njani. I understand, but it can never be me. Mina I could never be in this situation. In this situation, if I was to be a person, I would rather be the one lo ungasekho. Laba bayaba involved cha ngeke. Ngembe uGrace ngibe nelindoda le ekuthiwa kaGrace. Grace nezani kuthi okay, the TikToker, this guy said that once usujolele umuntu for 5 years kubanzima ukuthi cha naku thina sijolele nabantu bethu, yes we did not reach 5 years bekuyi 3 years kodwa sikwaze nje ukubashiya, sikwaze nje ukubashiya nje kahle. Sibathanda ukufa, sibathanda ukufa. Even namhlanje there's that other video le yakulo, that video yaku Facebook where this other guy is interviewing 2 girls. He's talking to these 2 girls, one girl, and he wants these girls to say this in their language, home language. Maybe they saw their ex, and one of them is like the close one is like, me, I still don't call that guy like that. I just don't care. He's living his life. I do not wish him bad, good, or anything like that. I just don't care. I'm not dumb. Even during isikata kuhlukana. Guys, umuntu masesakutshela ukuthi akakufuni akakufuni. Mayse move on in life and noma mayichithela, and when you do not want the person to cheat on you, akakwazi uhabisha amantombazana abantu. Uyawanyela. Fawuthile nendoda yakho. Uyawanyela amantombazana wabantu. When fawuthile nendoda yakho and you deal with yourself. The fact that when you still want to stay with this guy and you know very well what this guy cheated on you or is cheating on you, and when you still want to stay, something is wrong with you. And you do not want the guy to cheat on you, but we are cheating on you, and now you are deciding something is seriously wrong with you. Go wench. You cannot be harassing abantu ukuthi beqhele endodeni yakho. Uyazi abantu bangakule emhlabeni nina. Ninginyanyisa. Niyazi abantu bangakule emhlabeni. manje uzolokhu uxosha abantu kule ndoda le bonke labantu abangaka la emhlabeni asibuye nenye video.
Yes, Anna Grace, we are going on day 3 with the Lendo Yako, and it is not looking good for you, mama. Welcome to part 2. This is my last video. There's been a lot of things that have been alleged and revealed. Some I knew and some were new. Hey. But yeah, anyway, the first one being the allegation that she is the one that went to identify Umzimba at the mortuary. Now, had I known this or heard this when I was making the video yesterday, I would not have necessarily have seen anything wrong with it. But yesterday, I hosted a space on Twitter, and Asemahle said on that space, well, not to me, but and I was like, that kind of changes everything. Because I did not necessarily think of it like that. Do you understand what I mean? And it also begs the question in Nokbana, umntu who renovated ikaya and who also, spends 11,000 rand on groceries, like ngumntu enqandekayo lo. And I don't necessarily think that it's a Grace thing. I just think that it's an African household type of thing. Like when you have imali, like imali allows you to get away with a lot. Right? The other thing that was alleged on the space is it was by an alleged acquaintance, Guy Gracie, who alleged that there is no boyfriend. Like the boyfriend is not in the room with us. So Grace has been lying about that whole I'm in a relationship and so is he thing. He, the 29-year-old, is the only one that was actually in a relationship, which is with the 19-year-old child. The other thing that was alleged is that the reason why she was able to get, his phone and subsequent access to his accounts is because, it's alleged that she is the one that bought the phone. Now, the other thing that was pointed out is that this guy's Facebook account, which is Wasipo, his name is Sipo, by the way, he had a folder that was titled Mini Entle Gift obviously being Wasipo, and Mini Entle, we will assume that is the girlfriend. Now, this folder had 89 pictures yesterday. And today they are down to 86, meaning that someone is actively on his Facebook account deleting pictures. There's also this screenshot that has been circulating where she was informing the work group Yomfana and Dokbana he's no longer alive using his phone. Now we checked the number on Truecaller and it is indeed a number Yomfana. Now the interesting part about this is that she introduces herself by, saying, "Hi, my name is Grace, Sipho Zulu's partner," ne? Which contradicts what she said when she said Manaj they broke up in Jan and he is in a relationship and so is she, right? Now when it comes to the speech that she gave at the funeral, I do not necessarily see, there was nothing new that she was saying on that speech because I've had the video obviously since yesterday, but I didn't add it to the video because there was nothing new that she was saying, right? Because she was just repeating the fact that they met when she was 18 and he was 24, he was the love of her life. But the only interesting part was that she said that they've been together for 6 years. But then I was like, maybe uyapazama, it's not that deep. Now this is where we are today. So an alleged ex-girlfriend Yalumfana released a video, right? And I'm going to play it for you after I give you this context. So what allegedly happened is that an ex-girlfriend Yalumfana miscarried, right? Umndana wakhe, and Grace allegedly knew that. She had been allegedly harassing this girl, and this one time, this girl decided to take a video, right? So here it is.
Why the rage? Why the rage?
So as you guys can see from that video, that is the same apartment. Look at the door. So yeah, this was definitely his place. The other thing that you notice in the video is the fact that, and then as soon as she saw the camera in her face, that's when she, kind of changed her tone. And what do I think about this? I think Lomfana was a horrible man. He was obviously cheating on her, but the reason for the relationship being private, I think it was his choice. I think, he spoke her into, Bana, no, we cannot have a public relationship, so that he can still zip and zo it without people saying, Bana, aren't you Grace Mondlana's boyfriend? When plus he dated her when she was still a child, 18 is still very much a baby, and you know how that goes. Now, there are allegations online that he and his family were alleged allegedly using her for imali. And I don't necessarily want to speak much on that. The only thing that I will say about that is that, you know, an engineer esweleke in a life cover, especially if you be pangela, is very sus. And if that is true, then including Inhlanhla. Despite everything that, you know, he obviously put her through when he was still alive, including now that he's 6 feet under, this girl was evidently very much hurt about his passing. And, you know, I do think that he's a horrible person and she needs to get some therapy, because would you look at this?
I'm going to read the word, and I'm reading from 1 Corinthians 15.
So yeah, with that said, this will be the final part in this whole story. Like, there will not be a part 3.
Ama lies. If she lied about all these things, why you ngifuna ukubelieve indaba ukuthi bajole 5 years? Why ngifuna ukubelieve ukuthi uGrace akasi psycho logist? Why ngifuna ukubelieve ukuthi uGrace akho weird? If uGrace akwazi ukuhamba ama lengths angaka ukuthi harass ama girlfriends ukwenza ama miscarriage or after ama miscarriage or before ama miscarriage, why ngifuna ukucabanga ukuthi lo mntwana uright ekhanda? And the phone, I do not believe ukuthi iphone uyithathe because ithengwe nguye ebefuna izindaba. Ubone ukuthi akhona control umfana esaphila. Usizozama ukuthi control the narrative esengasekho. The fact ukuthi she's going around and writing our message alleged. I said everything on this video is alleged. Asho ukuthi she is Usipho's partner. Uright lo mntwana ahead. Uright ekhanda. I weird gun. No weird. Oh, weird good Grace. Ngidle with pics bafethu. Uweird uGrace. Hey weird Ntombazana. Yo, indoda kubi bengakufuni isaphila. Yini into ekwenza ucabanga ukuthi izokufuna isingasekho. Noma wazi ubhadalela umncwaba, ayibengakufunda umfana, ibe bekufuna ngabe wenze right ku. Yo, cha uyed lo ntombazane lo. Yini enye abayishilo kuningi yazi bafethu, yazi ngicela ningabi uGrace. Yazi bengisathu soceliwe uceliwe dada. Manje sekuGrace ngicela ningayenzi lento. Ne? Ngicela ningayenzi lento. Omunye angifuni futhi umuntu ozothi hayi wena understand awukazi benjanja. Mina I've been in a very good beautiful relationship, but this will never be me. This will never be me. Make sure you listen to umuntu ngamani ngiyokhala. If kukuthi I'm not done with the healing, I'm still going through it, I am going to go and do that. Not like this. Not like this. The fact that Grace would even go to the apartment girl, the one who had a miscarriage, and be harassing the girl, and lo munye msende ama view once or ama message. And when sweet partner, mina guys angazi what am I living out, but hey uGrace uhlulile nathi. Hey uhlulile uGrace. I don't know if she thought by her, is it her who posted all of who brought this to light? It was going to make her be like, oh shame, that's Grace alright. Oh, wife material. No, psycho material. Period.